What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Unearthly Duo. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're talking about X-Men Dark Phoenix, the end of the X-Men franchise. So, as you, a person who hasn't seen, you've seen two X-Men movies in your life?
Does Logan count?
Yeah.
4.
Oh, that's a bigger number than I thought. You haven't seen any in this new franchise, though, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So, what do you think the story was?
What did I think it was?
Yeah.
Sansa turned bad.
Basically. I mean, yeah, you get that from the trailer. But yeah, Sansa turns bad. The IMDb thing of it says Jean Grey. Let me try that again. Jean Grey begins to develop incredible powers that corrupt and turn her into Dark Phoenix. Now the X-Men will have to decide if the life of a team member is worth more than all the people living in the world.
It's a bit much.
Yeah, I noticed there's actually some shit that they added in audio-wise. We're just spoiler-free first, by the way. Moved some shit around to make her kind of seem more evil and switch some shit around in the story, which I kind of liked. Watching there were some parts where I was like, "Oh, this is gonna happen," and then it didn't happen the exact way they showed in the trailer. So I kind of appreciated that.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that. Yeah. So going into it, I was just looking for an entertaining movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay. I thought there was times where it was good, like the action was good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the story lacked a little bit.
Yeah, the story was okay. I think the story seemed rushed a little, and I think it's because this comic book storyline, I think it is super long. I believe she's Phoenix for a while, and then becomes Dark Phoenix, and it goes way more into this. So they kind of rush through that, and you can kind of tell that in the movie.
Yeah, a little bit.
You can see some things are supposed to go take longer.
Like she literally was like, "I feel great. I'm gonna kill everybody."
Yeah. I did though, because I believe the Phoenix thing inside of her has kind of a mind of its own. It's a living creature. They kind of tell you that in the movie, but not really.
It's like Venom for girls.
That's kind of a good way to put it.
No,
except it doesn't talk,
but
Venom for her in a way.
But she was pretty powerful.
I think everybody in this was really good. I thought I've seen some people complain online that she's the only good thing about this movie. Her and James McAvoy are. No one else really shines. I thought everybody was good.
I didn't have any complaints.
I told you,
I thought she was really good.
I told you walking out of the theater that I thought, because some of the X-Men Storm and Nightcrawler, sometimes to me are kind of dumb. They're not that great. But I like them both actually quite a bit in this movie.
I didn't really even think twice about Storm, but I thought Nightcrawler was pretty cool. Except I didn't know that was his name until you told me when we left.
I remember that because, and I can't think of the actor's name, but the guy who played him in the previous X-Men movies was in Spy Kids. And I was like, oh, it's got Spy Kids. I like him. And then I just kind of continued liking him. And I remember, too, when there was an X-Men, I think it's X-Men 3 game or something, I used to play at Prime's house all the time. So, I'd pick him up. I think there's even a mission of him where you, sneak around some house or something.
Be pretty easy to sneak around if you can just flash somewhere.
Yeah, his powers are pretty, especially when they're out in space that first time. I really liked that.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the Quicksilver scenes?
Both of them?
Yeah, all two of them. Usually he has one big scene. I was disappointed. They gave him two, so they kind of split it up in this. But
yeah, what little there was, he was cool.
I wish there was more. I don't want to get in spoilers, but there's something that happens to where they're and that's why he's not around in the end, and it's a little lame. I hate when they do shit like that.
Yeah, he was cool, like I said, when he was on screen.
Yeah. I
know you really like that guy.
I like the actor and I like him, which is funny. I just realized I was watching an interview with Sophie Turner, and they showed it, and she saw it too, and I was like, I can't believe I haven't seen that or heard that more. That the Quicksilver from the X-Men movies and Quicksilver from the Marvel movies were both in Kick-Ass together as best friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's weird.
That is weird.
But so you thought the movie was fine? You liked it?
Yeah, I didn't think it was great.
Yeah, I probably won't ever watch it again.
Yeah,
unless if it was on HBO and I wanted something to watch to pass time, I'd watch it because there's some entertaining fight scenes.
The fight scenes were cool. There were certain scenes that were really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But the drama was horrible. I mean, not horrible, but it was slow and kind of boring.
Oh, see, I didn't find it that boring. I actually thought that it was pretty good. I can see, especially because you haven't watched it in the movies, you didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't care, and they didn't make me care.
I could see it. I enjoyed it a little bit, but I think it was more I'm enjoying the actors doing their thing.
Yeah,
but I can see there were. It
was hard to get into.
There were parts. There was one part where they dropped an F-bomb, and it was kind of came out of nowhere.
And felt forced.
A little bit, yeah. But you want to get into some spoilers?
Sure.
Spoiler alert.
What did you think of Jennifer Lawrence's death scene?
Predictable.
Yeah, because they were in the trailer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, they show her flying in the trailer, yeah. They don't show her get hit, but they show her flying away.
Oh. The way she walked up on her like that.
Yeah. They said they wanted to, the reason they put it in the trailer is because they wanted to show this movie has stakes. And I think honestly, if they wanted to have stakes, and they probably didn't want to do this because I know this is very similar to X-Men 3. I think she should have killed Cyclops to give it more stakes and to make it more like, and they probably did it this way too, because not make it like the other movie. And Jennifer Lawrence is sick and tired of doing X-Men movies.
I could see that.
But don't you think that would have been a better scene if she killed her boyfriend?
Yeah, but it felt like
it would have felt more it would have made it seem more believable too, that she can't control it, that she killed him instead of someone that she's arguing with.
They did set it up a little bit in the beginning when she said she trusts her and all that crap.
Yeah, I just as that scene happened, I was like, I think this would be a lot more enjoyable if it was him there.
I think you just don't like that guy.
No, I actually do really like him a lot. I've seen a lot of movies with him.
Like I said, a lot of the action scenes and the special effects were pretty cool.
Yeah, they worked really good as a team too. I like the team fighting together.
Yeah,
bits of it, especially at the whole end fight scene, the whole ending, which I told you they completely reshot. I really liked that bit of all the X-Men working together and all that. Magneto's there too.
Yeah, it was really cool. And like when that. What about the one guy that kept beating up people with his hair?
That really actually grossed me out. I didn't like that. I don't know if that guy's been in any other X-Men movies. I don't remember him. But I leaned over you and said, that's fucking gross.
It was a little gross.
And they kept making whoosh noises, and I was thinking, I don't think your hair would make that sound if you're whipping people.
Well, if it's strong enough.
But I didn't like that at all.
It was a little weird.
Yeah, I liked when Nightcrawler went all fucking crazy and just started killing people there, though.
Yeah, that actually...
Like, broke that dude's neck with his tail and all that, and then, like, Cyclops was shooting people through the walls and stuff. I told you this too. The ending did seem. I'm pretty sure the reason they refilmed it is because Captain Marvel. Because even the ending now kind of resembles Captain Marvel. She has the thing all around her head and strapped to the thing, and they're getting in her mind. And then that's when she goes full Dark Phoenix and saves the day.
Yeah.
Reminds me that Captain Marvel also does her powers. Very similar.
Yeah, it is very similar. But in reality, a lot of the movies are very similar.
I mean, kinda, but not lately. No, I think back in the day more, not now as much. Like compare like Ant-Man to Spider-Man: Homecoming. Those are pretty different movies.
No, but I mean just as a generic like base, how there's a lot of them. You're right; those are different movies. But I mean, if you just take two superhero movies and you're like, well, there's you learn.
Yeah, you can find a lot of similarities.
Yeah, that's all.
I just thought the ending like those beats were like, oh, she gets captured. And they're strapping her down. They get in her head. Except this time it was the good guys getting in her head. It wasn't the bad guys, so that's different from Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
But I could see where they were going with why they changed it. Did you have any like favorite scenes of the movie?
That whole end fight scene was pretty cool. I also liked it when they messed around with the helicopters.
I actually liked that a lot too.
Yeah.
When Magneto and her were both like trying to stop
a lot of helicopter crashes in this movie.
Yeah, there's like 3, I think, actually.
There's at least. Yeah, and then they pushed that one away. So like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that scene where the Magneto and Beast and all these people are going to go kill Jean Grey, so then the X-Men show up to stop.
Oh, that
them.
was good too.
And when they get there, they're all talking, just kind of like, "Hey, we're gonna kill her. Yeah, you probably shouldn't kill her. We should try to save her." And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Cyclops, if you lay a finger on her, I'll fucking kill you. And you're like,
language.
Holy shit, dude.
Calm down, dude.
Yeah, like I know she's her girlfriend, but she's been through a lot. She's been killing people. Like they kind of have a reasoning to want to kill her.
So, what's her name? Jean Grey. I was gonna call her Sansa every fucking time.
Jean Grey Sansa.
So she's in like the place across the street, and they're like in a park almost.
Yeah, a park and the street right in front, and they're just waiting on the balcony for everybody to show up.
There's a street across from them, and they have to they have their little 3-on-3 conversation, and then they decided to go kill her or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it turned into Frogger because it became the hardest street to ever cross.
Yeah, that part, at first, I thought, okay, this is, like, he says, I'll fucking kill you. And then Beast starts hopping over cars and shit.
Which, by the way, does he
and
have
I was
to
like,
run like that?
I was like, this is getting a little silly. And then once Magneto pulls the train out of, like, the subway out and on the street, and I was like, oh, it's getting cool again. And then he pulls it into the building with him. Then it got really cool. But for a bit there, and Cyclops is shooting and it bounces off like it hits the girl in the face and she goes flying. And like I was like, okay, come on, this is getting a little,
He used the mirror and stuff.
yeah, it's getting a little silly here.
It was just
Which wouldn't be like stuff like that is finally gonna Marvel movie because like they have those, but like this didn't really have any funny moments in it really. Like
no, it really didn't.
so like I don't know, that it just seemed weird that part. To me.
It was kind of funny when that guy grabbed that girl from by the head and ripped her out the train.
Yeah. Oh, I did like too when they get back from their mission. Everyone's still praising them. Everyone loves the X-Men, and then Quicksilver's like, I did a lot of the work. It was mostly me, and then she kind of showed up there at the end, but like I did a lot of it.
Well, since we're talking spoilers, he wasn't quick enough because he missed that last step.
Yeah, that reminded me of which this was probably a better moment.
Superman.
Than Superman when he looks over at Flash in Justice League. Reminded me of that.
Oh yeah, totally.
Except she had powers and just knocked him down. See, but I thought it was weird. Though.
She moved the thing.
Yeah, and then he fell down and went flying. So that knocked him out for the rest of the movie. He had scratches on his face.
Because he's going so
But
fast.
she threw like Cyclops into a building and all this stuff to Storm. Everybody else is hurt. They don't get like a scratch on them.
No, Cyclops had a little thing on the whole.
Yeah, but that was from the forest.
Oh, jeez, sorry.
Like I thought that was kind of lame. That they just didn't want Quicksilver because it's so expensive to do his effects. It took I think I don't remember how it took him a couple months to film or a couple weeks
It would be
to film his one thing to run around and do all
Could you
that.
imagine if you did a whole movie with him?
Well, then don't set him up for 3 movies to be in your last one and then use him twice.
Or just appreciate what you get.
Yeah, that's true. The only part that's a bummer for me for that is I really like the actor and I like that character. So and like I'll never see both again because they're not going to cast him in the Marvel movies.
No, they're not.
And I can totally see if you're a fan of this franchise, this being a letdown for you. Like if this is basically their end game.
Yeah, there's no comparison.
Like I'd be pretty let down. Want to get into what did the world think?
Sure.
All right, this first one is from. Oh, I should mention what did the world think is when I bring up Rotten Tomato reviews. We do this every week, and it's because we're not shitting on the movie, but this one we kind of did a little bit. But
not that bad.
Not that bad though. I wanted to get some people's Rotten Tomato reviews because it's kind of fun reading their reviews also. Their performances. Oh, this is from John Semley. Their performances are so cornball and their line readings is so hacky that one might be forgiven for confusing Dark Phoenix with some low-rent porno parody of itself.
Wow. That guy's mean.
I don't know what movie that guy was seeing, but not once in this movie did I think, wow, this is turning into a porno. Maybe there's that one scene where Quicksilver and Nightcrawler were having sex in the X Mansion.
That's when you went to the bathroom by yourself.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was cornball.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I just thought
like
the
you
story.
You said some of it was kind of cheesy and like it's kind of generic at some parts.
Yeah.
But like I thought the performances were great, even for what they had to go with. I thought the performances were really good.
Sophie Turner was great. I don't know about the rest of them being great. They were okay.
I thought
I didn't think Jennifer Lawrence was good.
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence I think was phoning it in because she's over it and she knew she was probably gonna die. But I thought like James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender were really good.
I thought Michael Fassbender was good. I didn't think James McAvoy was that great, actually.
See, I thought he really was. Like when he's struggling when she's making him walk up the stars, and when he's yelling at her and getting in her mind.
That part
and
was
stuff,
actually that was.
I thought that was really good.
That was pretty cool. But the rest of it, he's like literally just.
That's not all he did. He talked and did stuff too.
Barely.
This next one is from Rob Dean. There are certainly worse X-Men films, but it just feels like a shrug of a movie. I agree with him.
Kind of a shrug of a movie. Yeah, it's not
like
bad,
there is definitely worse movies than this. Go watch X-Men Origins Wolverine.
No.
But it was fine. It's enjoyable, but not great.
Is the beast that's in this the same beast that's chasing Wolverine in X-Men Wolverine Origins thing?
That's not Beast. That's his brother. I can't remember his name.
Different people?
There's completely different people. I
They run the same.
I can't think of that guy's name now. Fuck. I don't know that guy's character's name. I'm gonna have to fucking look this up.
They should be like the Three Musketeers.
Wolverine's brother. Sabretooth. Sabretooth, that's his brother. And I lost my pictures because it made me look up Sabretooth. There we go. All right, this is from Dom Sinicola. Dark Phoenix Dark Phoenix was always destined to fail. I agree with that too. I think no matter what this movie was, it was gonna get bad reviews no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's X-Men and Fox and it's the last one, so it's easy to just be like, fuck this one. Disney's making better ones in 5 years.
But they only brought that on themselves.
Yeah, it's funny because they were good for a bit. Like, they had X-Men, the First Class. People loved that, as far as I can remember. The X-Men Days of Future Past, which brought back Wolverine into it, and he was hanging out with these people. Like, that was good. And then they did Apocalypse, which was shitty. And actually, I guess that was probably it, wasn't it? And well, I guess the previous couple were shitty, too. Now that I'm thinking about it, not as many are shitty.
I gave up on them a long time ago.
But yeah, I like you think of X-Men as those are the kind of shittier versions.
For sure.
And I think people were probably mixed on First Class and Days of Future Past, but I like those, and I'm only really heard good things about those.
I mean, this is the same people that sewed up Deadpool's mouth.
Wait, is that you?
This last one is from Sandy. It's Sandy Chen. Sophie Turner is the best part of intense dark X-Men finale.
I don't know if it was intense.
That's what she said.
The person who, I don't know who it was that played the bad guy girl.
Jessica Chastain?
Is that really her?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought she was pretty good. I thought she was pretty good for being a
just a
pretty monotone.
Yeah, she was basically,
alien.
and also to connect this to Captain Marvel, there was kind of scrolls in it too.
Yeah,
in a way, they're aliens that show up and like
I
can
didn't think
change
of
into
that.
people.
Yeah, well, like when the dog was barking in the beginning, I was like, "Well, how's this girl the bad guy?" And then I saw these like weird ass aliens. I'm like, "What?"
See, I know people didn't know for sure if they were aliens in the movie or not. And once she was at that dinner party, I was like, "Oh, they're aliens," and because you see stuff landing, so I assumed that then also. But I was like, "Oh yeah, that's not gonna be her. She's gonna just be some alien pretending to be her for the rest of the movie."
Yeah, I just didn't know that was coming.
Yeah.
The dog did.
Yeah, definitely. It was kind of gross too. Like whenever they get shot at and you see like their alien skin.
It was very
by.
Terminator-ish.
A little bit, yeah. It reminded me of that a lot. But yeah, any last things you want to say about X-Men Dark Phoenix? Would you recommend it to somebody?
Not if they cared about X-Men. If they just wanted to see.
See, I think if
don't-
you cared about X-Men though, you might.
No, I don't think I would recommend it.
Oh, really?
I would say it wasn't bad, but I wouldn't be. Oh, you have to see this.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you have to see it, but like if you want to go to the movies, I'd say go see Dark Phoenix. If you like, if there's really nothing else out, like you've seen John Wick, got been out for a couple weeks, and
I mean, I'd rather see Godzilla again than see this.
oh,
again.
I definitely would rather see Godzilla again.
Yeah,
But all right, so that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
that's all, folks.
Should we rate it from?
From X-Men to
No, I was gonna. You know how I normally do like Thor: The Dark World to Endgame.
yeah. But the problem is no one knows what that means except for you.
It's pretty self-explanatory. If you don't know what that means, you're stupid.
I would call it Thor: The Dark World.
I'd give out of Thor: The Dark World. I'd say this was just as enjoyable to me as Captain Marvel.
Oh, I think Captain Marvel was a little better.
I think I may have enjoyed this a little more than Captain Marvel too.
It didn't have Samuel L. Jackson.
That's true. But like you said, you thought he was phoning it in Captain Marvel.
Not as much as Jennifer Lawrence.
That's true. That's very true. But all right, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. Go check out our vlogs, other podcasts, gaming videos, Nick's nudes on Twitter. Comment down below what you thought of X-Men, and we'll see you guys next time.